say you go 20 feet that way, you have got a flat plate right there.
I'm gonna go to sport mode.
Rather than trying to dig out up there, you got a flat place here.
Howdy.
Hey, man.
All right, let's go cut.
Well, thank you guys. This is going to be the entry point from the driveway. It's going to go right up there. Timber. How open this is now. This is the before. And this is where we're at right now. We're at the point, as soon as we get these briars cleaned out, to light these on fire. All right, well, top of the morning to you. We are going to be burning the wood piles today. It's been a couple weeks. The wood should be decently dried out. Well, as dried out as it can be with all the rain we've had the past month. We got a hose rolled out here. We're gonna keep the area around the burn piles saturated. I've got to get the leaf blower and rake. We're gonna rake up all the leaves that are about a 6-foot radius around each pile, rake it towards the burn pile. And that way we can kind of get rid of all that fuel from the burn piles to the woods. We don't want to catch anything on fire today other than the burn piles that we want gone. So the weather has been a little cantankerous. It's been pretty windy and wet, but today's supposed to be like gorgeous and sunny. Up until about 30 seconds ago, the wind wasn't even blowing, but I can feel it now. It's blowing out of the west, which is great because it's going to keep the smoke away from the house. That was one big thing I was worried about. The wind kept showing that it was going to be blowing towards the house, and that isn't going to be good for my wife. So today we were blessed, thank the Lord, for a westerly wind. So let's get the rakes out, leaf blower, and let's get to work. All right, well, we've got it pretty decently raked. I didn't rake between these two piles. I figured we'll just let those leaves burn. I just wanted to make sure I had a good barrier around each pile. Anyway, so I think we're getting to the point where we're about ready to burn. Waiting on my father-in-law to get down here. I'm gonna take a quick water break, get some refreshment down my neck, and we'll be ready to burn. After we get all this stuff burned, I'm gonna have to get up here with my truck, get a truck bed full of all this beautiful fieldstone. Stuff is absolutely everywhere. You may not know this, but this stuff is valuable stuff. All right, so we have got the water strung down here in case we need it. We got a good pile going right now. My father-in-law's getting ready to light pile number 2. We're gonna start with these two because they've got some of the heavier, thicker stuff. Just have some old oil and some diesel. And there you go. And the smoke is blowing away from the house. Burn, baby, burn. We're gonna light pile number 3. The wind going this way is really feeding that fire. That one on the end over there, we lit it from the backside. It's not burning as fast. A lot of this is just really light stuff, so this should burn hopefully pretty quickly. There is some thick stuff down in there that'll probably be burning for 2 days, but whew, feel that heat. Listen to it. That's that moisture coming out of the wood. Yeah, buddy. All right, so the plan for this one was to light the backside closest to the woods. That way, when this kind of burns down, we'll gas up the other side of this and just let it go to town, let it eat, because this will all have been burned, so we don't have to really worry about it going into the woods because it won't have the fuel to get there. Plus we raked. That was the rhyme and reason behind lighting this one on this side and lighting that one on that side. You gotta appreciate your elders because they've got the wisdom. Me, I would have just lit it. I'm glad my father-in-law's here to kind of guide this along, because I'd probably have my house burned down. So the plan is to light the opposite side on that big pile down there. That one's the one that concerns me because it's so close to the woods right there. So this wood's pretty green, and we've had an awful lot of rain this last month, so it's not really in our favor. So we're gonna have to give it plenty of fuel. All right, so new course of action. We're gonna take the tractor and we're gonna shove the little stuff on top of the big stuff. That's created a pretty good hot spot on these two, at least, for sure. That one down there is doing all right. We've got more oil and we've got more diesel, so we're gonna saturate everything down pretty heavy and just kind of shove everything on top and let that burn hopefully pretty quickly. And then Terry was saying he wants to take the tractor and kind of combine the piles and get a lot of the big stuff into an area where it's kind of safe, so that if it stays burning overnight, you know, we're not gonna hopefully have any issue around here. So all right, we're gonna start shuffling some piles. Mechanized advantage, you gotta love it. You like to see it. If you'll notice, Terry gets every last bit of use out of his equipment. That bucket has seen better days for sure. Yeah, we're burning good now. stuff. They didn't want to cooperate. So this pile right here really didn't take off. So hopefully we get this one going good. Awful lot of green wood in that one. That pile's a lot bigger than I thought it was. It's deceiving because the hill dips right there, so that's a pretty thick pile. That's a lot of wood. That's a bigger pile than I thought it was too, my goodness. All right, now that we got the piles reached, it certainly did. They're burning real good now.
Pull these two up and get them burning real good. And when these burn down a little bit, these two, just burning here up here real good, then what we're going to do is we're going to push them both on top of that stump.
Gotcha.
And we will
right.
just let them go ahead and burn right there.
Stump right there. Saw that big flare up a second ago. I wonder if that oil got mixed in with some old gasoline or something. I don't know. I was not expecting, and neither was Terry, to see that flare up like it did. Close call. He may not have eyebrows right now. I haven't checked. So we're cooking with gas now, literally. That oil should keep that burning for a while now. And that's good and hot now. So anytime we flip something over on top of it, it should just light off. That's great. Wind's picking up just a little bit, that helps. Terry's pushing that pile onto that old stump. And I think he's going to go back over on that backside, push that pile towards the stump. Woo-wee! Man, that's a going. Love it. Wow. Hope I don't catch that tree on fire right there. Man, you can just feel the heat clear over here. Only you can prevent forest fires. Wow, man. That's the most impressive burn we've had so far besides Terry's eyebrows. Holy smokes. That is raging. Yeah, it's a good thing I raked over there. Man. All right, so 4 piles are now becoming 3. Probably need to shift on this one a little bit. Probably a little bit on that one, and after that one calms down a little bit.
set that sucker on fire.
There we go. Now that's a scoop of ice cream.
Skip spread to here.
Had to water some ants, not plants, ants. On this beautiful day, they got a surprise thunderstorm. So right now we're just gonna take a lunch break, and we'll get right back at it after we eat. If you enjoy the content here on the Daninator YouTube channel and you'd like to help out and look good doing it, check out Daninator.com. You'll find a variety of automotive related humorous and parody t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeves, hats, stickers, and more. Every purchase you make there goes directly to helping the Daninator channel grow and is greatly appreciated. Check out Daninator.com after the video. You can also help give this channel a boost by hitting the like button, leaving a comment, and sharing it with friends. Now, back to the action. All right, so Terry's gonna take the tractor and he's gonna go up through here, and we're gonna try to go ahead and push all of the wood piles into one singular pile. The wind is supposed to shift and start blowing a little bit more towards the house, and we're gonna try to keep it far away from the house as possible. So that's what Terry's getting ready to do. So that's what we're getting ready to do. We're just gonna try to shove all this into one big pile. What? Oh man, I've only had these shoes for 12 years. Just don't make things like they used to anymore. All right, so we're sitting pretty good. That's gonna take a while to burn down. That's gonna take a little while to burn down, but where we're at based off of what we had this morning, man, I'm excited. This is fantastic. So we've got about 8 trees now that we're gonna cut down. And the good news is my father-in-law wants to cut the trunks and haul them off, so we won't have to burn near as much. Plus, when we go to fall these trees up here, we're going to shove them all down here at the base of the driveway, and we'll burn them some other time and clear all this out, because the guy that's going to build it for us got in touch with us, and he said he's ready in 2 weeks, which I don't believe we're going to be ready in 2 weeks, but that's really cool. We're in his schedule. It's probably looking at more like 3 weeks possibly for us to be ready for him. But man, it is coming together quickly, and this is exciting. I do have one small thing I need to do with our roof. I got to patch a little something, and then I'm going inside and putting my feet up. So a good day's work today. Fantastic. Talking about beating the daylights out of stuff. I have beat the daylights out of these shoes. Well, I just pulled up my driveway, just got home from work, and I just noticed something. I've got some more trees down. Looky there. All right. One down over there. What was that, 5 here? Sweet. One right there. I think my in-laws were trying to surprise me today. They did a good job. Awesome. I guess what I'll do this weekend is get my chainsaw out, and I'll cut the tops out of this, and we're gonna make a pile down there. We just have this real big one right here. It's got to come down. Yep. All right, me and the boy, we're gonna tackle some tree work. Let's get to it. Well, that's not bad for a couple hours in the evening. Got another gigantic pile going. We'll let this sit and dry out. We'll burn it later. So we're gonna get the tractor and load up all the big stuff, and we'll just dump it down here. And then last one, right there, baby. Your days are numbered. So I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. That'll do. I'll probably go mow the yard now. My Daninator's job's never done. It's never done.